Good morning, guys. Jared Weggeland here from Focus Group Florida, Keller Williams Realty. Focus Homes, your local custom home builder, and Focus Remodels when you love where you live and you want to make it better. It is Tuesday. That means it's real estate roundup. So let's see what's happened in Central Florida, Polk County, and Lakeland in the last 7 days. So the headline for this week is inventory actually shrank this week. We were on a trend of rebuilding our housing inventory, which was amazing and great and fantastic. And this week we had a little bit of shrinkage. In Lakeland, we were down to 78.8% of the new pendings being replaced by new listings. And in the county, we're at 94.2% of new pendings replaced by new listings. So not exactly what I wanted to hear. So that just reinforces the seller's market, which everybody's feeling already. And also there's a couple other things that were a little bit different in house sizes, price per square foot, and pricing this week too. So we'll go to that in just a second. All right, so if we look at the zip code specifically right now, 33801 was the low this week. Only 40% of the new homes that were taken off the market, the homes went pending, were replaced by new listings. 33805, 33812 were in the 60% range. We had 33809 and 33813 in the 70s. We had 33803 in the 80s. And 11 as well, zip code 11, 33811. And then 33810 actually put more listings on the market than they took off. They're 127%, so that's great for that particular zip code. So if you know anybody looking that needs to move, pricing is still great, and it's a great time to sell, get your equity, do something with it. Also, if you're planning to stay, put my remodeler hat on for 2 seconds. If you're planning on stay where you are, there's great amount of equity at the moment. And we're doing lots of remodel projects for people to make the house where they live just a little bit more pleasurable for them. All right, so the averages for the week for the close, this was a little bit surprising. What I mean by that is the average square footage of a house went down to 1,585 square feet, which is a little bit lower than usual. And the average list price and sold price per square foot went up. We're up over $200 to 205.02 for the average list price, 203.96 for the average sold price. Average list price total was $330,653, with the average close price $329,069. On average, the sold and the list price were the same at 100%. Average days on the market went down by 1. The average close price at the 330 number, this was interesting, the equity gain from last year. So for this same week last year, we're up just over 6%. So that's the lowest we've seen in months and months and months on a week per week basis. But remember, statistically, going week by week is very, very volatile. It's almost looking at your stocks every few hours. So as a whole, we're up over 20% for the year from last year, but just this particular week was low compared to the week last year. Days on the market has been at 14 and it just went to 13, so not a whole lot of difference there. We did have a very strong sales week, however. So for the county, we had 428 new pendings, and we haven't had that much. I'm looking back till May time. So we've had several weeks below that number, so that was a high. And then in Lakeland, we're at 118. Last week, 100. Week before, 130. Week for that, 104. So that was a relatively strong week as well. And that may be part of the reason for the ratio this week being off as far as new pendings being replaced by new listings, because it was very, very strong sales week. As far as our cancellations, withdrawn, and expired listings, still low. We had 13 canceled, 0 withdrawn, and 2 expired. So very low there. Months of supply. Remember, we need 6 months of supply, 180 days of housing supply. Currently, we have 37 days. We're about 20%. That means an 80% shortage. For every 20 homes for sale in Lakeland, there's 100 buyers. For every 2 homes, there's 10 buyers. So there's still some competition out there as you're shopping around. Our give back goal year to date is $33,462, and we've donated $35,912. So thank you very much for all of our clients. It's from our professional fees we're able to bless the community around us. We've got our active listings went up a smidge, not crazy this week. Last week in Lakeland we were at 575. This week we're at 580, so just 5 more listings. And in the county it went from 2755 to 2863. Now on a macro level or a longer term level, for Lakeland, from January till now, we've gone up 135% in our listings. So we've doubled the amount of homes for sale, which is great, giving people more options, but we still have a long way to go. And in the county, we're up 167% of listings. And to give you some perspective, in January, Lakeland had 246. At the end of the month, homes for sale. Now we've got 580. In the county, we're at 1,070, and now we're at 2,863. So there are more choices for buyers, but we still have a major housing shortage. Price drops this week, just a smidge again in Lakeland on our listings. We went from 320 last week to 331, and Polk County, with the program I have, is still maxed out over 1,000 listings for the entire county that reduced their list price. So that's it for now. We want to thank everybody who came out to First Friday. It was absolutely unbelievable. That was probably our largest turnout in a very long time. We actually had to go and reprint more of the Enter to Win forms because we had a great back to school package. And we just want a big, huge shout out to the teachers. We're getting back to work this week, and for the students. We know it can be a challenging week for everybody. New school, sometimes new grades, new teachers, back to a schedule after a fun summer. So we wish you all the very best of luck, and stay tuned to Instagram. We've got a special little promotion with Born and Bred coming up for our teachers. So stay tuned for that. Also, don't forget, in the description below, there's a bunch of different links. If you're looking to sell, we have cash offers. We have Home Swap, which allows you to buy a home first, then sell the house you're in last. We've got, of course, our remodels, you name it, our building, what have you. So that's it, guys. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you soon, and I'll put the graphs in the comments a little bit later. Thanks. Have a good one. See you now. Bye-bye.